starting offense here. Our starting defense for the Swedish team is on the screen. Be introducing the Finnish team here quickly. Coach, what do you think?
Well, I think the weather's much better than it was last night. This ninth game of our seventh day, I guess. I can't even remember the days. It's been here quite a while. But we're certainly expecting a closer game today than we've had any time so far. I think these games or these teams are fairly evenly matched. Who gets the best breaks and who's got the best kicking game may be the determiner of how the game turns out. Certainly expecting a close game and a very interesting game.
It might fall down to special teams today. You never really know.
Right. I think the kicking game is going to be very important, as it always is. But whenever
on the screen there, you have the defense of Sweden or Finland, excuse me.
Finland's defense is being introduced as you look at it on the screen. Hopefully you can see it at home, but it's a little shaky on our monitor, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Linebacker number 91, Valtteri Arvonen. Defensive back number 28, Tony Tidenberg. Defensive back number 20, Jussi Taipalma. And defensive back number 22, Ville Rontu.
A little technical assistance from the men in the truck. Get us up and running.
And here are the standings up to game number 9. Japan in the lead with 196. Mexico with 170. Sweden with minus 78. Finland with minus 90. And China bringing up the rear with a minus 197. As Coach was saying, this should be a close game today. A little bit better matchup than what we've seen this week. We're hoping to break the egg barrier and get both teams on the scoreboard. As the teams are lined up for the national anthems of Finland and Sweden.
As you mentioned before, I think you did, Coach Will anyway, that this game is for a bronze medal. And in this first World Championship game of American football, or tournament, rather. So there's a lot riding on it other than just pride for the teams across the sea from each other.
A little bit of bragging rights involved.
How far is Finland from Sweden?
Distance-wise, they They touch each other up in the north, so a couple of meters, but to travel there, it'd take you, by boat, it'd take you about 12 hours.
So it wouldn't take too long to fly there, right?
No.
Okay.
About an hour flight.
I'm not figuring on going by boat. Cool, overcast day, but no rain. A little bit of moisture in the air earlier today, but certainly none so far this afternoon. I don't even think we'll expect any throughout the game.
Today's game is brought to you by the sponsor here, Landslaget. We'd like to thank Mr. Bill Marsh for everything he's done for the tournament. And here, Landslaget, who have given us all kinds of equipment so our cameras get good views. Lots and lots of miles of cable.
Even taking me out on a boat ride and helped me catch a fish. Coach,
there you go,
he's
Coach.
quite a guy.
Steady stream of people coming in the gates through the game. Hopefully we'll have a good crowd for today's game.
I think Mr. Soderberg was expecting this to maybe be the largest crowd we've had so far during the tournament, simply because of the two teams that's matched up. Tomorrow's game, we'll talk a little bit more about that as the day goes along, but it would certainly, we would expect it to have a lot of excitement too for the gold medal match between Mexico and Japan.
Sweden's captains for today are number 99, Marcus Janbach, number 58, Daniel Riesberg, number 20, Joshua Kenna, and number 9, Fabian Söderberg. For Finland is number 65, Hannes Mattila. Number 9, Antero Shivanen. And the third one, I can't exactly see his shirt from here, but I'll get that name to you.
I don't either, but as I'm looking out there thinking we don't have the weights and heights of our respective players, but number 65, I would expect to tip it up a few pounds and maybe even kilos as here in Europe, as pounds are true.
Hannes Mattila, number 65 of Finland, as coach is talking about there, born 1990. Height 189 centimeters, weight 150 kilos, puts him right around 300 pounds, Coach.
Large young man.
The third captain for Finland was the quarterback, Sebastian Barnson, number 5. And Sweden will be kicking off to Finland to start the game here. Game number 9 of the 2014 World University of American Football Championship.
As we said earlier, we expect the kicking game to be very important today. It always is important in the outcome of the game. I think the closer your opponents are matched with each other, the potentially at least the more it can come into play.
Coach Billgren of Sweden resting a few players in the game against Japan. Looking ahead to this game. One of those players was number 6 running back Hampus Hellemark. Would have liked to seen him run against the Japanese, actually.
He's a fine young player.
Back to
Team Sweden is
Heckley
number
and
82, Anton Lemius. And we're getting ready to
Siskonen.
start this bronze game, deciding who's in third place for this first World
Elenius' kick is taken at midfield by Siskonen. Hit hard by Johannes Nilsson at the 25-yard line, driving him back another couple of yards.
Very good catch. I think they're a very good tackle. I think they're going to mark it about the 23. 22, the PA system that says.
Brings out the Finnish offense.
Finland will start their offense at the 22-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 from the 22.
Slot I formation.
Single back Arakasenen gets the ball in the middle and hit hard at the line. Brought down by big number 95 of Sweden, Kenneth Frickler.
I believe Sweden came with a double A-gap blitz. Start the game. See if that's a sign of things to come or
be marked down as a loss. Ball is placed on the 20-yard line, bring up second and 12.
For loss of a yard, second down and 11.
I formation. Rotele at fullback. Looking to throw is Berntsen going down the right side. Open to Heckley, who catches the ball at the 40-yard line. Brought down at the 45. They'll mark him down at the 46-yard line.
Number 1 receiver runs a fade route just behind the corner for a nice gain.
Brings first and 10 for the Finnish team at midfield at the 46-yard line.
Trips to the wide side of the field this time. Single setback.
Berntsen changing the play at the huddle, or at the line of scrimmage, excuse me. Hand off to the running back, Rakasanen, over the 50-yard line, brought down at the 48 of Sweden.
Team Finland
gain of 6 yards.
Excuse me. Team Finland is able to do that simply because of Attila's versatility. He lines up as a fullback, lines up as an H-back, and he also lines up as the inside slot. He was fairly wide that time. Not
to mention he's also a linebacker.
Yes, sir.
And a special teams player.
Yes. They get a lot of mileage out of that young man.
I formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Hand off to Rakasen, and again near the first down marker where he's brought down. They'll mark him down as a fumble. But the line judge is calling ball dead. They'll give it to Finland. They'll bring up a third down. Third down and 1 yard to go.
Ball's ruled no fumble. He was down on contact. And we have third and 1.
From our angle, we couldn't see if he was down or not, but the line judge's angle was a lot better than ours, so he saw it.
An old-fashioned buck type play there, trying to get the linebackers to not always be able to key on the fullback.
Third and 1 for Finland at the Sweden 45-yard line. Single back. Hand off to Rakasanen. First down and a little bit more. They'll mark it down as a 5-yard gain.
Very good line surge that time by Team Finland. Whole line of scrimmage was moving north.
Brings up first and 10 from the 42-yard line of Sweden.
Actually, I don't know if that direction is north, but it's north to me when we're playing football.
They're actually running towards the east, coach. But I can understand when you're not in the middle of Atchison, you don't know which way is left or right, up or down. Looking to throw is Berntsen. Puts it out to his receiver. Catches the ball. Rotel on the reception.
Picks up 3 yards, second down and 7.
Bring up second down and 6.5 for the Finns.
He lined up as the inside slot again on that particular play. Released out into the flat on an arrow type route. The pass would have been a little more in the air. Probably picked up a few more yards. I slot formation, slot to the wide side of the field.
I formation once again. False start by the offense.
Big right tackle.
Numerous flags on
Looked
the
like
field.
he was getting ready to pull. I think they was going to run a counter play.
False start, offense, number 60. 5-yard penalties. Repeat the down.
False start by the offense. Right tackle moved a little bit too quickly there.
That means we're going to 2nd and 12.
Brings up second and 11.5 for the Finnish team.
We're still 43 yards out from the goal line, but Team Finland's already had the ball 4 minutes into the quarter.
We got us a football game, Coach. 7:56 remaining in the first quarter of play.
Trips again
Finland versus Sweden.
to the field.
Bernson looking to throw, swing pass out to Rakisinen. Ball hits the turf and they call it dead.
Pass intended for Matti Airaksinen.
Bring up 3rd and long situation.
3rd down and long.
First one for Team Finland today.
Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Finns. Might see a bit of a draw play here if Bernson doesn't go deep. Rotala is at the slot on the left side. Keep your eyes on number 32. The ball might be going there. Goes down the right side. Caught by Heckley at the 30-yard line. First down.
Pass again to number 11, Markus Heckley.
That was a great catch.
Kind of a sloppy throw, but a great catch.
Pick up 4 new downs. 1st and 10, Finland.
Diving catch over the sideline.
With a change work. Ran his route behind that. A great pass. Great catch.
1st and 10 for Finland from the Swedish 30-yard line. Trips left, single back, handoff to Rakisinen. Up the left side, hit hard at the line, but still digs for a couple of yards. Close to the 24-yard line, excuse me, 26-yard line. They'll mark him at the 26.
3 yards, 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 4.
7 minutes to go.
Brings up 2nd down and 6. Swedish defense has been on the field quite a long time. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. I formation, handoff Harakisinen. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Brought down by
Run again by number 7.
big
Matti
number
Airaksinen.
98.
And again, stopped by number 95, Kenneth Riegler. of
Excuse me,
Sweden.
95 Rickler,
Great job so far.
who's still on the field. Medical crew coming out to attend to him.
Looks like he's reaching for his knee. I don't know whether that's indicative of injury or not.
Looked like the tackle next to him came down on his knee. See if we can't get a replay of that play. Might just be a bit of a cramp, the way they're prodding and probing him. Big number 99 there. Marcus Janbach. Being
Sweden's
helped up.
3 previous games he's been.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Finnish offense. Handoff Rakkanen again up the middle. Still on his feet, still digging. Good enough for a first down inside the 20-yard line. Marked at the 19. Good production by the offense of Finland here.
Power running game. ISO right.
Just enough to pick up 4 new downs. 1st and 10, Finland.
Trips left, single back for Finland. Handoff to Rakkanen up the left side, still on his feet, still digging. Inside the 10-yard line, mark him down at the 6. Good hard run and bring up 1st and goal for the Finns with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play.
A gain of 11. 1st and 10. 1st and goal, Finland.
Be accredited with 11-yard gain on that carry.
Where's he at, about the 6?
They're marked at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. Trips right, single back. Bernson calling out the Sintu, getting him on the same page. Bernson looking inside, throws behind the Rotela. That would have been a perfect pass otherwise.
2nd down and goal.
He completed that pass a little bit ago. 4 or 5 yard gain. A little bit behind the receiver this time. Wasn't able to complete it.
Brings up 2nd and goal for the Finns. Same formation. Rakkanen gets the ball. He's still on his feet, still digging, still churning. Gets in near the 1-yard line. Good hard running by the running back.
Run by Matti Airaksinen. Gain of 5 yards. 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Time this ball is snapped, they will have had the ball 8 minutes.
So we call clock control.
That's a great strategy, particularly if you score. If you don't score, sometimes it comes back to haunt you.
4 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first quarter. 3rd and goal for the Finnish team from the 1-yard line. I formation, fumble on the play. Looks to be a Swedish ball.
Quarterback looked like the ball didn't quite get to the running back's stomach. Looked like he set it on his hip. Check the replay, see if we can see that.
Here's a different angle. Good angle. That hole was there, Coach. Just didn't have a ball in it.
Couldn't quite tell what, whose mistake that was. Unfortunate for Team Finland.
1st and 10 for
such a fine drive.
Sweden from the 1-yard line. Hand off to Torrensson, gets him a bit of breathing room. He's out near the 10-yard line.
Great break for Team Sweden.
5-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 5 from the 9-yard line. Soderberg hands off to Torrensson around the left side, still on his feet, churning away, gets out near the 20-yard line.
Well, those 2 plays got him out of that deep hole.
Mark him down at the 22. Flag on the play. That flag came in late. Ball resting on the 21-yard line. Be a block in the back against the Swedes.
10-yard penalty from the end of the run. Take it down.
Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Like that'll make it about 2nd and 6.
That'll make it 2nd and 3 for them, Coach.
2nd and 3. Okay. Well, you're looking at the box right.
Ball will be marked on the 12-yard line. Torreson this time up the middle. Still on his feet. First down plus a little bit. Close to the 20-yard line. He's right back to where they started that, ended that last drive.
Both teams seem to be able to run the football quite well in the early part of the game. See if that can continue. See what adjustments the defenses make. Got trips this time to the wide side of the field.
So the Berg rolling to his left, looking to throw. Keeps the ball and runs. Still on his feet. Hit after about a 4.5, 5-yard gain.
Run by Fabian Söderberg.
They'll mark it down as a 5-yard gain.
7. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Slot formation. Like a cover 3 by the finish team.
So the Berg looking to throw quickly out to number 7, caught at the 30-yard line.
Very near first down.
Carl Ledeen, the receiver.
7, Carl Ledeen.
We have a Finnish player down, number 20. UC Tai Palma.
We have an injured player.
I don't know whether it is a repeat, but he was injured in one of the former games a little bit. If I recall right, he came back after that injury and played in
Please
the game.
adjust the scoreboard to 0-0.
Up on his own power. Might have just got the wind knocked out of him there. Hope to see him back in the game. Good cornerback, Tai Palma.
I guess that other play resulted in a first down. I wasn't sure whether
Yes, it did.
or not.
Ball's marked on the 31-yard line of Sweden. 1st and 10.
Again, Sweden sets trips to the wide side of the field.
So the Berg bubble screen out to the left side, number 44, I do believe it was. Number 14, Jimmy Palmborg.
Pass to number 14, Jimmy Palmborg. Picks up 4 new downs before he's stopped by number 42, Paavo Pennanen in Team Finland. 1st and 10.
No huddle for Sweden, still 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Sweep to the right side with Torreson, turns the corner, still on his feet, gets close to the 49-yard line before being brought down by Tai Palma, who was in late.
Quick toss to number 2, Victor Toresson. We have a flag on that play.
That flag was aggressively thrown at the end of the play here. Have to see what it is. Like a block in the back by the Swedes. Not too sure about it.
Two fouls on the play. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 58. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 9. The penalties cancel out. 2nd down.
Offsetting penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct from offense and defense.
Extracurricular activity after the game was over.
Yards on that previous play, so we have 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 for Sweden from the 49-yard line.
Officials know this is going to be a highly contested game and trying to establish.
It's a love-hate relationship with Finland and Sweden.
Order in the game early.
That'll place the ball at the
That's enough for first down.
46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Sweden.
The offside by Juho Pietilä from Tampere University.
1 minute, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play.
First and 10 situation on a
Is scoreless at
47-yard line
Österangens
in
EP.
Finland territory.
We've seen a very evenly played game so far, though.
Sweden in the spread formation. So the Berg looking to throw, throws it out to receiver number 81, who is untouched into the end zone. Jonathan Wahlgren.
Fine slant route, nice catch. Had to go down to shoot, catch it off his shoelaces. Was able to run it in for the last 35 yards.
I almost didn't think he was going to be able to catch that ball. It was a little low thrown.
It was low. Fine catch.
Here's that. Bring that to you once again here. A little bit of an unorthodox catch, but it works for him. It works for us. Wahlgren untouched into the end zone. Lennes for the extra kick. Ball is up and good. Brings us to 7. So Sweden draws first blood in this fight between Finland and Sweden. Game number 9 of the 2014 World University American Football Championship in Uppsala, Sweden.
First quarter is going to come to end, 7-0. Sure, Team Sweden is very excited, that kind of thing, and they well should be. Team Finland's a little disappointed since they drove the ball down to the 1-yard line and turned it over. I don't expect that to curtail their efforts this next possession. Just be going a different direction.
47 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play here at Österangens Idrottsplatz in Uppsala, Sweden. Sweden leading over Finland 7-0. Sweden to kick off after a touchdown. Back to return for Finland is Sintu. And Rontu and Sintu back to return. Good kick by Olenes. Taken by Sintu at the 5-yard line. Brings it up the right side of the field. Cuts back into the middle, still on his feet. Brought down finally near the 31-yard line.
Nice return.
26-yard return for the quick fin there.
He is stopped at the 31-yard line by number 24, Peter Ljungstedt. 1st and 10, Finland.
Finland, the I formation. Slot left. Hand off to Araikesanen. Gain of about 2 yards. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Finnish team.
A gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Safety did a nice job of filling to
Came in and hit
that play off.
Came in and plugged that a little bit hard. Williamson, number 8. The MVP of the last game Sweden played in. And that'll bring the end of the quarter. After the first quarter, Sweden leading Finland 7-0. What do you think, Coach? We got a football game.
Yes, we do. We talked earlier in the broadcast that kicking game.
Statistics from the first
See the
quarter.
touchdown right there. We'll finish that thought in a minute.
Yardage of 88, passing yards of 62,
Fine catch and run
rushing
there.
yards of 26.
We were talking that the kicking game could be very critical and also turnovers and mistakes, that kind of thing. And that's the difference in the game so far is the turnover that Finland had at the 1-yard line.
Impressive of Sweden to turn that around and march it 99 yards down the field and put it in the end zone.
Yes, they did. Excellent, excellent turnaround by the offense once they got a hold of the ball.
Once again, I formation, second and 7 for the Finnish team. A little play action. Bernson going deep to.
Got a little tangled up there.
Ball intended for Heckley. We'll have 2 flags on the play, both in the area of a interference. See if it's offensive or defensive here. They were pushing each other around there quite a bit.
I think I know which way it's going to go.
It'll be against the defense. The defender wasn't even looking for the ball.
Pass interference, defense number 24, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Heather Ljungstedt.
15-yard penalty, but it's still probably 10 yards difference from where the penalty occurred, or as if he'd have caught the ball. So in that respect,
Ljungstedt
maybe
credited
not all
with
that
the
terrible penalty.
interference call. Double slot spread formation for the Finns. Hand off to Reikisanen. Up the left side, still on his feet. Gets about a 5-yard gain.
Matti Eriksson makes his 11th rushing attempt. Gains 4 yards and has 45 yards.
He's been running well. He's going to have a good stats by the end of this game.
Well, this is their second possession. He's ran the ball 11 times, so sort of an indication of what Team Finland's game plan is.
Once again, an I formation, slot right for the Finnish team. Hand off to the tailback, Reikisanen, and first down plus a few.
Following his big fullback into the hole.
Rutala doing the blocking for him.
Again, it was excellent line surge on part of Finnish offensive line.
We have a Finnish player down. It is the tailback. Number 7. Matti Reikisanen.
I'm not quite sure what the depth at this point in the tournament for Team Finland's running backs are, but that if he's unable to return, which he looks like he's walking off under his own power in pretty good shape, so he's likely to be back in the game. But if not, that could make Team Finland have to revamp their offense a little bit.
Matti Raski in for Matti Reikisanen. Raski is also a very good running back. Hand off to Raski up the middle, gain of 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7.
He had an excellent game in the first game here, I recall.
Gets the ball. Picks up a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Barnson getting his play from the sideline. Trips right, single back. Looking to throw his right side, throws out to Rotela, who gets the ball at the 30-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down.
Fine tackle. Fine tackle by the left cornerback of Team Sweden to keep him from picking up the first down.
And we have a timeout.
Timeout called
Sweden.
by the Swedish coaches.
And that means
Going in and having
we
a
have
little
to live
chat. Swedish defense, and they're just coming at them all the time.
They have their plan. And that's basically straight ahead. Run the edge once in a while, we'll throw the edge once in a while, but we're not They're going to run inside the tackles quite a bit of the time. Third and short, not at the 30-yard line. I would imagine they consider themselves in two-down territory. I don't know where they'd want to kick a 45 to 47-yard field goal here.
Finnish team coming back in the I formation. Rotela and Raski in the backfield. Slot left. Lead play with Raski following Rotela. Close to the first down marker. Looks to be a couple inches short from my angle.
Joshua Akina made a nice play there. Run through.
They'll mark it.
They made about half of it.
Half a yard from the first down point. Finland electing to go for it. Once again, I formation. Hand off to the fullback. Rotela easily gets the first down.
Ball to number 32, Henry Rotela. Enough to pick up 4 new downs. For
Brings up first and 10 from the 27-yard line. Finland marching towards the end zone. 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. Sweden leading 7-0 over Finland.
Split Rotela out again. Slot formation. Single running back.
Barnson looking to throw, going down the middle in the seam and hitting his receiver number 12, Marcus Siskonen, for a completion inside the 5-yard line. Siskonen got hit hard on that play.
Siskonen, number 12.
Basically ran a 4 vertical route.
Tackled by Jakob Westlin.
Jakob Westlin with the tackle.
Inside seam opens wide up.
Siskonen on his feet, jogging off the field.
That seems like a simple route, but it's a hard one to defend.
It's also a hard one for the receiver because that free safety's coming in hard if he breaks on the proper time.
I know some defensive secondary coaches think that's where
Rakasonen back in the backfield again. Gets the call, gets a gain of about a yard.
Start your pass defense with 4 verticals, and you work back from that.
Brings up second and goal from the 2-yard line.
By Matti Airaksen, number 7.
Good to see Matti back on the field after his injury. Always love to see an offense that can switch out a tailback without losing a step. The Finns have showed us that today. I formation, hand off to Rotela, powering his way into the end zone.
Touchdown, Finland. Ball to Henry Rotela.
With 8:07 on the clock.
University of Turku. To pick up 6 points for Finland. 7-6.
Excuse me, 8:11 remaining on the clock.
Their tailbacks are their feature backs in their offense.
I like-
They need a hard yard. Number 32 is going to get
I like the fact the quarterback is also the place kicker. Arnson for the extra point. Snap is out, kick is up, and wide left. It's a 1-point game so far, Coach. 7-6, so Sweden over Finland. 8 minutes 11 remaining in the first half of the game.
Those extra point field goal teams are certainly part of the special team units that have to perform, and that could develop into a big play as the game goes along. We'll see.
That's exactly what we were talking about before the game and in the pregame up to the start. The special teams will have a key role in today's game. I just hope that missed field goal doesn't come back to haunt the Finnish team.
Well, it all depends on your point of view. If you're Team Sweden, then you hope that it is a complication. If you're Team Finland, well, then you hope just as you say.
10 plays and a total yardage of 69 for the touchdown.
Return team on the field for Sweden with Hampus Hellemark in the middle, Torsen on the left side, and Jonathan Volgren on the left. Berntsson looking to kick from the 35. Kick is to the side of Jonathan Volgren. It'll go out of bounds at the got a cameraman taken out there.
I believe the flag is for kicking out of bounds.
Yes, it is. Not for hitting the cameraman, no.
For running into the cameraman, which it kind of looked like.
Ball is out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Receiving team can have a re-kick the 30 or take the ball at their own 35. Whatever the coach's choice.
I believe the Coach Billgren might want them to re-kick this one. In the hopes of getting a little bit better field position than the 35.
At least the return team's staying on the field, so I think that's a pretty good indication.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team, 5-yard penalty.
They'll move it back to the 30 and kick it again.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense, number 6. Targeting. Number 6 has ejected himself from the game.
We got a spearing call against the Hampus Hellemark.
15-yard penalty. Free kick.
So that ball will be placed on the 45-yard line for the kick. And the big running back of Sweden has been ejected.
I'm a little confused.
We'll have to get a replay of that to see if we can take a look at it again. Been called for targeting, which back in my day was called spearing, leading with your helmet. We'll take a look at it after the kickoff here.
I only saw one flag on the field. That's why I'm confused.
I saw the 2 on the sideline, and that was it. Kick is once again towards the sideline where Volgren takes it on a bobble, changes direction, then comes back to the sideline once again and is brought down at the 20-yard line. Got flags flying once again coming in. It's a yellow rain.
Number 81, but again, we have flags on the play.
Targeting.
Take a look at the replay of the first kickoff. Hellemark coming in from the sideline. Shoulder to shoulder. That doesn't warrant a flag from my view, Coach.
Well,
Dead ball. Personal foul. Cancel. Kicking team number 12, unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First
Well,
down.
Sweden starts at the 35.
I think the officials are trying to be very, very assertive and trying to establish order in the game. Not that I see the players out of line all that much. I do think the call was a questionable call, although he did have his head down. I don't know that he...
1 minute 25 seconds remaining in the final quarter of the game. Game number 9 of the 2014 World University American Football Championship in Uppsala, Sweden. Good picture of our cheerleaders there on the sideline. Pretty ladies. Been here in all sorts of weather, cold, snow, rain, blow. Fourth down.
Show must go on, right?
Punting team on the field. Snap is back, kick is up. High, short kick. Come down around the 40-yard line. Gets a Swedish bounce. Or Finnish bounce, excuse me.
Resulted in a 4-yard punt.
Be down at the 50-yard line. Don't really want one of those on your stats.
49.5-yard line. First and 10, Finland.
Just shy of the 50-yard line is where the ball is being placed. Game clock needs to be reset to 1:15 by order of the referee. First and 10, Finland. Might have to eat my hat here if they score. I said they wouldn't. But 1:15 is more than enough time to get the ball into the end zone. Pass out to Heckley, a little bit short. Incomplete.
They just rolled off that pass wasn't completed because it kept the clock running and it only made 4 or 5 yards.
Big lineman, number 65, is down for Finland.
We have an injured player on the field.
Hannes Mattila.
Some could possibly question whether the injury was authentic or not, but the clock was stopped anyway, so.
I've been known through the years as a head coach to have a player fall down inside the 2-minute warning just to give me a little bit more time.
You just dealt the profession a serious blow there.
Sorry, Coach.
We have made vast attempts to make people believe we never do that.
Second down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Finland looking to pass. Down the right side. Almost complete, but not really. Well defended by the Swedish cornerback, number 24.
Third and 10.
Ljungstedt.
One of the problems with number 11 is he outruns his quarterback.
6 seconds remaining of this bronze game in the first World University Championship.
He's got long legs. You'd have to account for that. Had long legs with speed, and
he was by the cornerback on that particular play. Not immensely so, but enough. If the ball would have been hung out there, he could have got it.
Brings up third down and 10 to go for the Finns from the 50-yard line. 1:06 on the clock. Berntsson in a bit of trouble there. Throwing the ball deep to Sintu, overthrows his receiver. Flag in the backfield.
I'd like to see him be able to throw that ball to Hector.
Holding, offense, right tackle, penalty decline.
Brings up fourth down for the Finns after a holding call. As Coach Billgren gets doused with water at the sideline.
Well, I expect that's just a little bit chilly.
That's real chilly because they had ice in that bucket.
I'm a little cool right here just standing with a good coat on.
Picture of Coach Billgren there. In a wet shirt.
That's a happy wet shirt, though.
Berntsson looking to throw once again, nowhere to go. Finally lets it loose. Oh, had an open receiver in the middle, but it's overthrowing.
Well, Team Finland certainly put up a
pass intended for number
Expect
8
the
on
Swedes
Worthwhile
to
struggle,
take the
worthwhile attempt to
Turnover
pull out a
down.
win for Team Finland,
Sweden will start
the
their offense
bronze medal.
at the 50
But it
yard
certainly
line.
looks like it's going in.
With 52 seconds remaining of the game. Sweden's up
The homeland of
28-6.
Sweden. All they got to do is kneel on it 2 times.
Sweden will take the victory formation here, kneel the ball. Final result of today's game will be 28 for Sweden, 6 for Finland.
Quarterback Joachim Nilsson takes a knee to run the clock down. Second down.
They'll need to knee the ball one more time to end the game. And that will bring the end of the game number 9. The final score is 28-6, Finland under Sweden.
And that is the end of the game. Sweden finishes in a 3rd place.
Game started out as a
World University
even match, and then
in a well-played and
Sweden got up
entertaining
quick with
game.
14
And
points.
28-6 to Sweden.
Never really looked back after that.
No, they were, the first half was pretty even half, really. I thought a couple of large pass plays for Sweden was basically the difference in the game, plus the turnover that Finland lost there at the end of their first drive. I thought that those 3 plays were basically the difference in the first half. But Sweden pretty well owned the second half. They did. Their offensive line came in and established themselves very well. Here's the most valuable players being announced.
The most valuable player for today's game in Team Finland goes to number 11,
Marcus Heckley, your
Heckley.
prediction coach.
Well, he would have certainly been one or 2 guys I would have considered.
91 yards, the longest catch for 27 yards.
91 yards reception on the day.
And for Team Sweden, the most valuable player goes to number 9.
And Fabian Söderberg off the Swedish side gets the most
That's,
valuable player.
That's the
Goes
fun
and
deal. His father
slaps
gets
the hand of all of his.
gets to award his son most valuable player. That's got to be thrilling for both of them.
2 touchdown passes.
Gets a little bit of a hug there from Dad on the after getting the MVP.
21 rushing yards as well as 12 reception yards. Congratulations to both players.
Marcus Heckley of Finland receiving the MVP, as is Fabian Söderberg of Sweden. As the teams thank each other for a great tournament, puts Sweden in the
To Team Sweden and to Team Finland.
puts Team Sweden into 3rd place in the tournament,
In this World University after
and that brings the end of our broadcast for you.
Well, it gets us down to 1 game.
We got to watch a complete game there, Coach.
Yeah, and it gets us down to 1 game tomorrow at this time in the gold medal
And
match.
tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock is the kickoff time for Mexico-Japan
Don't forget to be here
in
tomorrow
the
at 4 o'clock
final of this tournament.
final between Japan and Mexico.
2 very fast teams. It'll be real interesting tomorrow to see how that turns out.
Very exciting and fun game between 2 well-played teams.